Radio Rahim with Lawrence Okolie in a new stadium, in a new situation for you. I think the bling denotes.
The present for my son right there, funny enough, yeah. This is the present, but yeah.
Well, that bling might have been a gift, but the one that'll be around your waist on Saturday night was hard-earned. Being a world champion, I've spoken to many, and they'll all tell you that winning a title is one of the hardest things, a world title, that you'll ever do, except for defending it. The journey to becoming a world champion, do you feel that what's happening Saturday night will be even a greater hurdle than the journey you've been on thus far in your career?
Yeah, I'll only be able to answer that on Saturday, but I feel, we're such a big occasion, 67,000 people. I've never boxed in front of so many fans, so it'll be interesting to see how I take it. I do believe I will take it in my stride, but ultimately now, although it does boil down to just being a fight, I'm going to have someone who's hungrier than to just beat Lawrence Okolie. He's hungry for a world title. So it'll be interesting to see, maybe when I knock him down, he's eager to get up where other people sometimes might stay down. So we'll see.
As you said, now every opponent you face won't just be there to beat you. They'll be there to make their dream come true, as you made your dream come true in the last fight. So preparation for that level of competition, even if the guy doesn't have as much name recognition, he'll be more motivated. Has your preparation for this fight changed as to what you've been doing in the past?
No, I just always keep it very much the same. Make sure I make the weight well. That's one of the main things for me. And I just get good sparring partners and I invest in my camps. I make sure I have the best nutritionist, make sure I have the best sparring partners coming in. I make sure that I'm away from my friends and family for distraction reasons. And when it comes to fight day, no matter who I'm boxing, I understand that boxing's a difficult sport where, everyone that I box is going to be able to punch hard enough to cause damage, so I have to be on it.
Being chief support on an Anthony Joshua fight is a hallowed ground for just about any fighter, even a world champion. But when you look at that main event stage, of course you want to be the guy who's bringing everybody to the stadium. And this is the beginning of that journey for you. What do you need to do on Saturday night to put yourself in a position to be the chief, not support, but draw on the next one?
I'll just keep the KOs coming. I think that people are really liking it. I'm seeing a change in public opinion and stuff like that. So just go out there, a nice, sharp, clinical performance.
You talk about sharp clinical performance. Now, this particular matchup that you have, some fighters will tell me, just anything I do, it's just about me and whatever I do can beat anybody. Is that your approach, or are you the type of fighter that looks at the opponent and makes a game plan specifically for him?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I feel like most boxers should do that. I mean, you want to kind of have, of course, everyone boxes differently depending on who they're fighting, but I've watched enough of the tape. My team's watched the tape. We've got a game plan. It's not anything intricate like throw this combination or that combination, but it's more so about positions. It's more so about mindsets and when to do stuff and why, and that's it, and we'll go from there.
And lastly, we've seen this happen to a number of world champions. No matter how hard they fought to get that belt, once they've got it and are able to celebrate, getting bling like that is a gift, sometimes their focus can be distracted. And becoming a world champion sometimes is the top of their career. They never get to defend it. How has it been for you having reached that lifelong goal and then preparing for another fight in the interim?
Yeah, well, to be honest, the world title was never like the end goal in my mind. I always said before I even boxed for the world title that I wanted to unify and go up to heavyweight. So ultimately, every fight I have is an audition. So I'm not motivated by the world title, if that makes any sense. Like, I was motivated to win it, but that's not what drives me. What drives me is I enjoy winning fights, and I want to go down as one of the best cruiserweights ever, and especially in Britain.
And what is it that you're auditioning for?
To be the, main, as we spoke about, do you know what I'm saying? At a stadium like this. And also, I feel like as much as I respect the weight I'm at right now, heavyweight is the pinnacle of boxing, So every time I have a fight, I need to work on my technique for when it is time to move up to heavyweight. So, those things.
You mentioned being the best cruiserweight in the world. We see a cruiserweight on Saturday night stepping up to face a world champion in a title match. How do you rate that matchup? And do you think a cruiserweight has a chance against Anthony Joshua?
I feel like I rate the matchup because Usyk is, undisputed cruiserweight. and he's, since the Olympics has been on a run of form, and he's a great fighter. There's no two ways about it. No matter what anyone has to say, Usyk's a very, very good fighter. The problem is, for him, I think, is that he wasn't the biggest punching cruiserweight, and he wasn't the biggest cruiserweight. Very good technically, but I feel like a lot of the stuff he does very well is going to be nullified by the size and range of AJ. He's very good at putting mental pressure on people with, front foot in and out. But where AJ is a few inches taller than him and got longer reach, he kind of loses that half a second. I don't know how to explain it in simple terms, but he's a great fighter, and I'd like to see how he adapts to someone as athletic and big as AJ. But I feel like that's gonna play a factor.
You calling AJ as the winner for this one?
Yeah, definitely. And also, like, the things that scared me before, going to see him in camp, put those fears to bed. I don't want to say too much, but seeing him in training this time, I'm confident.
Well, if he does win, he might knock Usyk back down to cruiserweight, right into your clutches.
Now we're talking. Now we're talking.
How would you match up against Alexander Usyk, and what would you do for the win?
Yeah, I like to believe that I'd beat any cruiserweight. And if he come back down, or even as he is now, yeah, he's a very good fighter. But I do feel like, once again, the range and athleticism is going to play a factor against someone like Usyk, who's so talented in middle and mid range.
I've covered you for a lion's share of your career, maybe not from the very first one, but a lot of them. And I was disappointed not to be there because of the world conditions when you won your world title. But I want to give you congratulations. I'm proud of you. I'm happy for you. It's been a pleasure covering you to this moment of the pinnacle of your career thus far. And Radio Rahim, be there Saturday night to watch this man defend for the first time his world title. Radio Rahim with Lawrence Okolie.